Hi, FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching,
episode 284.
Yeah, wow, there's a lot of things happening. Hi, 284. 2 plus 2 plus 75 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 197 plus 3 is 284 because math.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But here we are.
Lurks in the hearts of men.
Hope you're all doing well.
Hello, people.
Hope that if you are dealing with weather, that you are managing that just fine.
Yeah.
We do not have any snow.
Nope.
We have lots of wind, but we do not have any snow.
No, we don't. Nope. Do not adjust your sets. Do not double check your calendars. It is Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday. Oh, I thought you were referring to our new wall.
No.
But yes, it is Thursday, and this is going to be kind of a, it's ending up being kind of a cut and paste episode, if you will. Mm-hmm. We are later on Sunday night recording.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. I don't even know
what day it is.
Because of developments that we're going to get into regarding our LNS and the retreat that we just got home from, boy, I'm really tripping over my words.
It's okay, Pam. We'll get through it together. It's been a while since
this is going to be sort of a mixture.
Yeah, a mixed bag.
And probably
a cornucopia.
Can I talk?
Yep. Can you?
May I?
Yes.
And we'll be back on Sunday.
Yes.
But
with regular scheduled content.
That's what you're going to get. And
if you don't like it,
no,
don't tell us. Thank you.
So anyway, so we've been away.
We have been.
We were on our first retreat of the year, which is StitchAway.
Yes.
So in basic fashion, who, what, where, when, why.
Are we going to do that now, or are we going to get into that when we do the recap?
Yeah.
Let's do that when we get in the recap.
We'll give you all the who, what, where, why, and
when.
Why and who.
And what and where.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up. Stay with us.
Yeah.
We're a little rocky.
For the love of all things holy, stay with us, people. Okay.
All right. So that is why we are here on Thursday night.
Yes.
We need to be right up to speed with all the developments of the retreat, aftermath, and some developments even since.
Yes.
So that is why we're here.
Yes.
Promises were made.
Yes.
Promises will be kept.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Want to do a hashtag?
Let's do a hashtag. So our hashtag here at Just Keep Stitchin is #StitchHarmony. It is our attempt at connecting stitchers together. So if you are someone who does not have a stitchy friend that you can call upon to come over, or where you can go over to their house, someone that lives locally to you that you can stitch with. Right. We would love to tap into our audience and see if we can find you a stitching friend that lives close by.
Do you have your phone nearby? Oh,
I sure do, yep.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I came prepared to party. Don't know about you.
Look out.
I am prepared to party.
Wow.
So, if you are interested in participating in #StitchHarmony, then all we ask is that you comment on the video, use the #StitchHarmony, and tell us your name and where you live. And then we will pick one of those comments every week to share with our audience.
Correct.
So who is this week's featured Stitch Harmony commenter, Pam?
This week's featured Stitch Harmony commenter, I did say that right?
Yep.
Is someone who uses the YouTube name The Okie, O-K-I-E, The Okie Stitcher.
I love it.
So I don't know her name.
Okay.
But this is what she wrote. She said, 10 days ago, now, it's been a while. She said, I'd like your help finding someone to stitch with. Pretty please. #StitchHarmony. And so I thought, well, that's very sweet, but there's a small detail.
Right.
So I sent her a reply, and I said, please let us know where you are. And so she said, I live in Warrensburg
Dash.
slash Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri.
Yes.
Has anyone asked you for assistance in this area? So, Okie Stitcher, let's find you on the map. Shall we?
Let's.
You're at Whiteman. Okay.
Whiteman Air Force Base. Whiteman AFB.
Warrensburg.
Okay. Knob Noster Cemetery. That's the name of the town. Is next door is Knob Noster. Knob Noster State Park.
Wow.
Who knew?
Wow.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Warrensburg is right next door to it.
So.
Okay. So let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So here is the great state of Missouri.
Or Missouri, whichever you prefer.
Or Missouri, you're tomato. And then so Columbia, Missouri is in the very center of the state, with St. Louis on the east end and Kansas City on the west end.
Right.
So Whiteman Air Force Base is basically right in between Columbia and Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
So Kansas City, Columbia, Whiteman AFB. So if you zoom in a little bit, it doesn't look like it's too far off.
You see Warrensburg on there?
I sure do.
Well, there you go.
So there's Warrensburg and then Whiteman AFB right next door to it.
Yeah.
So very close to, like, you probably would take the exit for Concordia, Missouri.
Oh, I've seen that exit. Yeah.
Off of 70.
Yeah.
And then, so let's see. So from Kansas City, let me see.
Is Warrensburg close to the interstate?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
So it's about an hour and 15 minutes east of Kansas City.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it doesn't look like it's too far. I mean, if you go from, what did I say? Concordia?
Mm-hmm.
Concordia, Missouri.
Well,
it's 25 minutes south, due south.
Okay.
From Concordia. So probably 25 to a half an hour off the interstate.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we know all of that information.
Right.
If your ears perked up because you live in and around nearby within driving distance of, we're just going to say Warrensburg, Missouri.
Right.
Then please comment below on this video. If you have room in your stitching group for Sweet Okie Stitcher.
Right.
And say, hello, Okie Stitcher. My name is, insert name here.
Right.
Excuse me. I live in and around nearby within driving distance of Warrensburg, Missouri. And I would love to stitch with you. And then it is up to you, Okie Stitcher, to read through the comments and see if anyone has reached out to you. And then you guys can start a conversation and go from there.
There you go.
Okay. So, Warrensburg Stitchers Unite.
Very good.
Love that for us.
Okay. Next up is, wait for it. You know what that means.
Do you, though?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
That means it's time for Pam's pinned comment. And this was the one comment that, of all the comments after last video.
Episode 283.
283, tickle my fancy. And I usually print them out and I leave them here in our little recording area. And Stephanie picked this up and she goes, oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 votes, right?
Yes.
So this came to us from, and it's short and sweet.
Which we love.
To the point.
Yes.
Comes to us from a lovely lady named Karen Dean. Hi, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
And this has been pinned to the top of all last time's videos. I mean, last time's comments.
Yes.
And this is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you talk about stitching is just the icing on the cake.
I love it.
Love your videos, ladies. So I just thought that was just so funny. Because I think the last Pam's Pin comment was from someone who doesn't stitch at all.
Yeah.
So we're pulling them in off the sidewalk. People.
Right, yeah, we're pulling them in off the sidewalk. So Karen's like, I don't even care. You talk about whatever, but then it's nice that you talk about something I like.
Correct. Correct. That's the one.
Thank you, Karen. We appreciate your love and support at this time.
Right. Now, one of the things we're going to wait on for Sunday is, and don't everybody leave the room, but we're actually not going to show whips tonight. We're going to save those for Sunday's video.
The video would literally be 4 hours long.
Right. I will mention my kind of strategy for what I took to StitchAway. So I'll leave that.
Okay.
Because it worked out pretty well.
It did.
All right. So cruising right along.
Let's do this next.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah. So cruising right along.
Okay, hold please. Promotions.
Okay. Because, like I said, promises were made.
Yeah.
And
we didn't want to screw everybody up.
We really didn't. We don't want to disappoint people, but
we don't.
I've also been kind of under the weather since StitchAway. You may hear it in my voice, and I've got cough drops at the ready. So another reason why this is going to be kind of curtailed. But
correct.
We wanted to give you maybe a 3-day lead.
A head start.
A head start, if you will, on the pattern of the week from Twin Peak Primitives. And we will, I say we, the twins will extend the traditional 23% discount from tonight all the way through
next week.
Past Sunday's video to the following week.
Yes.
I didn't ask them, but that's generally what we do.
Yes.
So, you want to explain
the pattern of the week? If you're like, what are they talking about? What's the pattern of the week?
Yeah.
So we have been working with the twins at Twin Peak Primitives for numerous years now, and in 2023, we have decided collectively that every week there will be a pattern from the twins' extensive library of beautiful charts, and we pick one of those charts every week to be the designated pattern of the week. And for the following week, after we make the announcement, it is 23% off. Happy 2023. And however, it is 23% off from just the Twin Peak Primitives, both Etsy shop and website, where you can get PDF copies, and one online shop for hard copies, which is the Daily Stitcher.
Right.
And so those are the 3 places you can go to get your pattern of the week. You don't need a coupon code. You don't have to do anything special. It's already pre-discounted. You just add it to your cart and check out.
Yep.
So, hold on. Okay. So, this week's pattern of the week is what, Pam?
This week's pattern of the week is a lovely scene. And I thought it was very appropriate for this time of year.
It is.
This scene may look familiar out your window wherever you live.
Yeah.
If you have a wintry landscape outside your window. Yeah. And it is called Pastoral Winter.
I love it.
Or
I've never heard someone say pastoral. I've always heard it be pastoral.
I think maybe you're right. Now that I'm hearing myself, I think it's pastoral winter.
Emphasis on
it's really not important how you say the word.
It's just, we just want you to buy the
shirt.
Let's
just show them the picture, shall we?
So here is a picture of pastoral winter. Here. Yay. Congratulations.
Yay. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yes. So if you love pastoral winter as much as we love pastoral winter, and you want to get your hands on a copy at a 23% discount, then you can go to any of those shops that we mentioned before, which is the Twin Peak Primitives website or Etsy shop, or get a hard copy of the chart from the Daily Stitcher.
Right.
Everything and all the information, all the links and all of the things you need to know are linked in the description box below.
Right. So if you're checking our video out tonight
Yeah.
or this week, ahead of Sunday,
yes,
you get a little bit of a head start.
Yes, you do.
So that is our
pattern of the week.
Pattern of the week for this week.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, on to StitchAway.
Yes.
And we're going to give you the basics in case you're new. And talk about everything that is StitchAway and then looking ahead to future StitchAways.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
So let's get just a little bit of background info for anyone who is new here. So we live in Cincinnati, Ohio. The local needlework shop here in Cincinnati is Keepsakes. Keepsakes also happens to be my employer as well. That's where I work. And it is owned by Barbara Hills. And I've worked at Keepsakes now since end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So if you come to our channel because of StitchCon, StitchAway is our second largest retreat. So this is I think the 22nd year that Barbara has put on StitchAway. And it is always the weekend before Martin Luther King Jr. Day in January. It's kind of looked at like a post-holiday relaxation, come to the woods, get away from it all vibe.
Yes.
So if you've been to StitchCon, StitchCon is in contrast like a very high energy, lots of people, social media focused, community based retreat.
Yeah.
StitchAway is still like high energy, but it's not anywhere near as high energy as StitchCon, and it's nowhere near as regimented from a schedule standpoint.
Right, and in terms of social media, holy heck, good luck getting any Wi-Fi.
We're working on it for next year.
Well, until next year, it's rough. It's really been a really get away, get off the grid kind of weekend.
Yes, for sure. Like wear your PJs the whole time. Yeah. I'm in slippers and sweatpants from sun up to sundown. It's fantastic.
Okay, so that's the what. So let's talk about the where.
The where. So it is held at Houston Woods Lodge, or Houston Woods State Park, which is a state park in the state of Ohio, in College Corner, Ohio, which is just outside of Oxford, Ohio, which is the home to Miami University of Ohio. So it is roughly 45 minutes away north from Keepsakes. And so the shop itself, like in Sharonville, Ohio, is totally closed the entire time. The entire staff goes up, and we lock the doors from Wednesday to Tuesday. So that is, and it's held inside the state lodge. So there's like a big ballroom, which is the stitching room, and then there's a restaurant, a bar, there's an indoor pool, there's of course hotel rooms inside the lodge, but there's also cabins you can stay in, and then there is what is called the Keepsakes Annex, which is very similar to the annex that we have at StitchCon, if you are familiar.
It's a pop-up shop.
It's a pop-up shop.
And the lodge and the property is lakefront.
Yes.
So it's very scenic.
It's quite scenic. So many people go and take, morning walks around the lake or go out and take pictures. And it's an A-frame lodge. It's absolutely stunning. So, so that is the where. And we got the when and the where. And then the who is Keepsakes. And then this was the first year, StitchAway 2023, this was the first year that myself and my coworkers, so there's Barbara is the owner, and then myself, and then there is Lenny, Susan, Jan, and Mary, and then Melinda. And so all of us were at the lodge in the staff capacity. Right. I have gone in years past, as have my coworkers, but we've all gone as attendees.
Right.
So we help here and there in past years, but this year we went as staff.
Right.
And so we were much more involved in the actual operations of the retreat this year, which was great fun.
Right.
So it was awesome. So
right. Some highlights are that as far back as I've been going, which was well before Stephanie started going, there's always a service project. Barbara feels very strongly about that.
Yep.
And so there's usually an item that is solicited and or a monetary equivalent. Yeah. And so that's always a feature. Barbara also has what she calls a newcomer's tea on Friday afternoon of the weekend for anybody who's never been to StitchAway before. And there are generally some newcomer handouts or gifts, and everybody gets to introduce themselves, and it's very lovely.
Yes.
And then that is followed pretty shortly after by a complimentary pizza party, if you will. So that's always fun.
And then also Friday is also the debut of the featured designer.
Right. Right.
So Pam and I, as you know, have been to many, many retreats. And as far as we know, StitchAway is the only retreat that keeps the identity of the featured designer a secret.
As far as they can.
Yes, as far as we can. Until that Friday evening.
Right.
And then that Friday night, you can go up starting Wednesday.
Right.
And Wednesday is basically just like hang out and stitch. There's no real scheduled activities.
Right.
Susan, my coworker, she is a incredible teacher, and she does teach a class multiple times throughout the weekend. This year it was a tomato making class. And so she had one Wednesday afternoon, evening, and then she had a couple throughout the weekend.
Which people loved.
Absolutely.
We did not participate, but
because I can stitch. And that's where that sentence ends.
Yeah.
But it was a great hit with a lot of people. Yes. So that happened on Wednesday. But other than that, Wednesday was just like a hangout, kind of stitch, relaxed day. I did my most stitching and socializing with my friends on Wednesday. And then Thursday is very, very similar to Wednesday. However, on Thursday evening is the Annex sneak peek.
Oh yeah,
so you can go in. Bag. Yeah, and you can start a whole bag. You cannot purchase anything, but you can go in and look.
Yeah.
And then Friday, all the things that Pam mentioned, and then also after the pizza party is we talked about the service project, and we had a lovely woman come up from the Mary Magdalene House here in Cincinnati, which is where the service project this year was to donate new or gently used men's coats for the homeless, and Mary Magdalene House helps those folks. And she came and talked about their mission and what they do, and it was really awesome.
Very good, yeah.
And then after that, we introduced the guest designer. And for StitchAway 2023, the guest designer this year was Judy Whitman from JBW Designs. And I have obviously known about this since March of last year when we were at Market, and Barbara and I asked Judy to be the designer. But it's been a big secret for a long time. So it was really exciting. Judy was also in the newcomer's tea. So it was kind of funny because there was like a little bit of a heads up for the people that were in the tea. But, and so then on Friday night, there is like a smaller project that's a little bit of a sneak peek of what the big Saturday night gift is going to be. So, and then she does a Q&A session, and that is always a hit. Judy is just so graceful, and like she's been in the business for a very long time and has a lot of experience, a lot of stories, and is just so lovely of a human. She is on FlossTube, so I hope that you get a chance to go and hear her StitchAway experience. We watched that video this afternoon. It was wonderful. And she talks a lot about the things that she created for this event. So we asked the guest designer, Judy in this case, of course, to come up with a gift, a project, a design that is the large Saturday night gift. And then we pull from that pieces to create the overall theme for the weekend. So this year, the theme was the Bluebirds of Happiness. And so Judy created a exceptional piece that was gifted to everyone on Saturday evening. And we'll show this all to you in a moment. And then on Friday night, we got a little gift as well. And then like all the things around it kind of drew from the theme of Bluebirds of Happiness. So it was just a perfect theme for Judy, I feel. So it was really, really great. Yeah, so, for sure. And then on Saturday, it is shopping and stitching, and then we do door prizes on Saturday night, and we do the presentation of the Saturday night project, the large gift, if you will. So that, and then on Sunday, so my role at StitchAway is obviously to support Barbara in whatever way she needs me to. And then I also am like the designated late night person. So I am the last person to leave the stitching room, which is anywhere from between 2 to 3 a.m. And then I come down in the morning at like 10:30. So it works out really well. So that is at the base. And then on Sunday, on Sunday morning, there is a like make and take it project. I don't have mine here. It's in my stuff somewhere. But it's a project that's on theme with the whole thing.
Follow through on the theme.
Absolutely. Right. And so that's at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And then after that, people disperse. There are some people that stay Sunday night at the lodge and they're like, oh, I don't have to work tomorrow because it's a holiday. Yeah. But most folks were on the road by noon at the latest on Sunday.
There were about 140.
Yeah, 150 technically.
150.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, in the newcomers tea, there were 50.
Yeah.
So a third of the total attendance was people who've never been before.
Which is so cool.
So it's super cool.
It is.
We had a lot of local and Ohio and Indiana, Kentucky folks.
A lot of Michigan people, too.
And a lot of Michigan people.
Yeah.
And cool. We also had a lot of people who flew in from places like Texas, California, Texas,
Florida,
New York, Florida.
Yeah.
Word is getting out. And so I think that might be a part of the rationale for how Barbara's going forward with future StitchAways. And we'll talk about that before we close.
Yeah, at the end of the video.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into all of the like stuff we got from Judy and stuff like that, we want to say a huge thank you to everyone that gave us gifts of any variety this weekend. Like, so generous, so sweet.
Yeah.
And so thank you to all of you who did that.
Yeah.
It was so lovely to see so many of you.
Yeah.
Many people we know from StitchAways in the past or from StitchCon, and so so it's just really great to see.
There were several FlossTube channels represented.
Yeah.
A couple at our table and several across the room.
Yeah.
That we enjoyed seeing.
Absolutely.
There's usually a reunion of sorts for several groups.
Yeah.
This is maybe the one time they get together with this group, which is fabulous.
Yeah.
And at various points, I tried to get up and walk around and see what people are working on.
Absolutely.
I had lovely discussions with the girls from Columbus, for instance, and the folks from New York, a good friend from the Chicago area, and lovely people from Michigan. I don't want to name names. I don't want to exclude anybody.
Sure.
But it's just, you just walk in, you're pulling your suitcase behind you, you've got the holidays over with, and it's just kind of like, kind of like a sigh of, I'm with my people, and I can relax. I don't care really how I don't care how I look. It's very casual.
Yes.
I mean, it's just
For
not.
sure.
Appearances are not important. Appearances of your cross stitch is what's important.
Yeah, right.
So it's just a lovely setting, and we'll talk a little bit about
all the things we got and the
some
haul
things
that
we got. We're going to talk about the little bit of shopping that we did.
Yes. Okay. So when you arrive at the lodge, and you go to check into your room, you will receive a welcome packet. So this was the welcome packet. So keep in mind, like, no one knows what the theme is. No one knows who the designer is, right, when you check in. And so they got this. So I'm sure that it made everyone go,
That's interesting.
Right? So this is a picture of a vintage postcard. And it says, "This bright blue bird of happiness I send across the miles to carry joyous greeting and fill your day with smiles."
Very sweet.
And then it says, "Welcome to StitchAway 2023. It is good to gather as a flock of birds may. It is good to greet each other within a flitter of a wing. It is good to share food at a lovely backyard feeder. It is good to share in song with each other. May your weekend be restful and peaceful. I believe we are birds of a similar feather. Blessings, Barbara."
Yep.
And then inside the packet is an itinerary of events, or schedule or whatever, and like the hours for the annex, that kind of thing. And then also some freebie charts that we've collected that go along the theme. So there's like 2 or 3 bird related charts, freebie charts in here. And then also it was a needle minder that was created by Susan, and my packet, I took my needle minder out, and it's with my other project, so I don't have that to show you. But it's a beautiful bluebird needle minder. It's awesome. So that's what's in the welcome packet.
Yeah, and the people at the lodge, when you checked in and got your room key, handed you that.
Sure, absolutely. And then on Friday night, the Friday night gift was this little mesh bag. Not mesh. Canvas. And so these are floss drops here. And on the back it says, a floss color, and then there's a big hole punch at the bottom. And then on the inside, there is, I don't want to show the chart, but this is the Bluebird of Happiness small pin cushion. And so that is the picture. And then you get the chart to stitch this. And then you also get, there is on the finished piece, there's a little nest charm and button. So you get that as well. So sweet.
Yeah, Judy showed it on her video. She held it up. She actually had the finish.
Oh, yeah, sure.
She said that polka dot fabric was from Joanne.
And then you get the finishing fabric,
and so she gives you an equivalent blue. You get everything,
all the finishing fabric, and then all the little rick rack and other ribbon to make this pin cushion here.
Very sweet.
Yes, it's awesome. So you get all the finishing supplies for that. So that was what everyone got on Friday night. And then I'm going to wait to talk about the Saturday night gift until the end of the video, because that will lead into the next thing I have to talk about.
Right.
Okay. So that was the Friday night sneak peek gift. Then the one gift that we do want to talk about, not like at length, but just show is, so Barbara and the Keepsakes team put together a gift to give Judy as a thank you for coming and being part of StitchAway.
Right.
So the bluebird that's here in this picture of the vintage postcard, Barbara actually had the real vintage postcard. Mm-hmm. And Barbara had it framed and presented it to Judy.
Right.
Along with another piece of art that had a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote on it and had a nest of bluebird eggs and birds and wings, and it was beautiful.
We had a good time after the program was over. Saturday, Judy was walking around the room and sat down and chatted with me a little bit. And if I recall, Barbara took the written part of the postcard, a photocopy of which she glued to the back of the frame.
Yes, that's correct.
And so, you know me, it was what, 1909,
Something
1911
Something
was
like
the
it was wild.
Was the message on the back of this postcard.
Yes.
And so
Pam's like drawing at the mouth.
I'm like salivating, and I was telling Judy I have several picture postcards somewhat similar to that have been passed down to me for my family history. And so between Judy and I and our friend Alicia were sitting at the table reading the text of the postcard.
Yeah, it was cool.
And it was very, very sweet. And we had fun. I'm pretty good at translating longhand.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of it. And I'm pretty good at figuring out what the word must be because of...
She's very good at it. Don't let her fool you. She's
and
very good at it.
So between the three of us sitting there...
Yeah.
We came up with the full message.
Absolutely.
And I think the postmark was 1911.
Okay.
So that was super cool.
Absolutely.
We had fun talking about it.
Love that. Mm-hmm. So we presented Judy with this gift, and then Judy handed gifts out to Barbara, and then to Pam and I, which we were just like floored by, and we were so gracious and thank you so much.
I hope we were gracious.
I mean, I should say I hope we were gracious, but so a personal and public thank you to Judy.
Oh my goodness!
For your just incredible generosity and kindness. So Judy gave me this book of ephemera, loads of ephemera, for my Book of Days planner. And all my stickering situations.
Right.
And it's so cool. Like, oh, it looks so fun.
I love the vintage stickers. Yeah.
So yeah, they're quite, look at those.
Yeah. Of course. It's fantastic.
Isn't that cool? So, I'm super, super excited to use these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at the.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the polar bear. Oh, I can't wait to use it. So,
very cool.
Very, very, very cool. And so that was one of the gifts she gave me. It smells really good too. Smell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it smells like adhesive, you know, so that's healthy. Anyway, and then she also wrote me a very sweet note, and then she gave me this book by Claire Keegan called Small Things Like These.
Nice.
And I'm very excited to read it. She said that she heard about it on NPR. 10 points for you, Judy. And then she was like, it just sounded like something you would like. So it says, it is 1985 in an Irish town during the weeks leading up to Christmas. Bill Furlong, a coal and timber merchant, faces his busiest season. As he does the rounds, he feels the past rising up to meet him and encounters the complicit silences of a people. That's amazing.
Very good.
So I'm excited. An unforgettable story of hope, quiet heroism, and tenderness.
Oh, there you go.
And I just feel like that is me in a nutshell. Just kidding. But I'm very excited to read it. So thank you, Judy, very, very much. So what'd she get for you, Pammy?
Well, first of all, look at this card. I mean,
oh, yeah, that's a cool card for sure.
This is a very cool card. It's from where she lives, which is Kalamazoo. But look at this card. I mean, you've seen all
Pam and Stone.
I mean, seriously. Seriously. Or Pam's little brother or sister or something. Anyway, she picked up this great paperback historical fiction called The Dictionary of Lost Words. If any of you read it, let me know. But it looks fantastic. Yeah. And it's all about let's see. a little girl named Ismay, and she collects words out of the OED.
That's so
10
fun.
points what the OED is. Oxford English Dictionary. And so this is fantastic. That's awesome. It is historical fiction. Like I said, it's in...
it's a very Pam book, I feel.
Reese Witherspoon's book club.
It smells good too.
So, can't wait to read it.
Oh, I love it so much.
Can't wait to read it. So,
Can't wait to read it?
Can't wait to read it.
There we go.
I got a cough drop in my mouth. Cut me some slack.
Okay, Pam.
But Judy is one of these people. I'm speaking personally. I think Stephanie would agree with me.
Let's see.
We've seen Judy at Galleria.
Well, and You've seen her
at Market. I've seen her at Galleria. She is the most hospitable person, and just is all. When we've been at Galleria together, and we walk in, she always greets us so genuinely and enthusiastically.
She's so sweet,
and she's just one of these people that you may not know very well, but you
feel like you
feel comfortable talking to her about anything.
Literally anything.
And I kind of felt like maybe I was bending her ear a whole lot about family history and old postcards and everything else.
She probably was.
But
I'm sorry.
Judy was very graceful about it. So, lovely, lovely gifts.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
She didn't need to, but it was very sweet.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now let's talk about the haul we got from the annex.
Okay. So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Well, let me explain. So, the annex is a combination of two things. It is trunk shows that we get from other designers, along with their models and merchandise to support those models. And then we actually do pack up a good chunk of the shop and bring that with us, too. Since the shop is closed, we can bring a lot of stuff with us. So, there's... I mean, we don't bring floss with us, but we bring all of our fabric bins, we bring notions, we bring new models that we keep at the shop. So it's kind of a double whammy in that way, which is different than StitchCon because the shop is open during StitchCon. So that stays there, and the annex at StitchCon is all trunk shows. So this is a combination of the two, which is really fun. So, now you can go.
Oh, now it can go?
Yes, now you can go.
Okay. So, green gingham bag, that's your trademark. I wanted to buy something that would remind me of Judy being our guest designer.
Yeah.
So, what I picked up were these two booklets. And
oh, that's exciting, Penny.
And one is called Petite Cottages. They're like nothing I have.
No.
And the other one is Petite Christmas Cottages.
I love this one.
And
give me yours.
I was able to snag because I think they all sold out.
Did you get 6?
I got 6 of these adorable. I'm going to show you the backside so you can see what they are. These 6 little wooden house tags.
Shut up!
And after you stitch those designs, you can mount them on here. They're about, I'm going to say, 1/8 of an inch thick. And they are made by the Bee Company in France.
Yep.
And so
cute.
That kind of shows you, well, you can see from the cover of the designs, how they're mounted on there. I don't know, you'd probably have to stitch them on a
32 count.
32 count and they'll fit?
It says 32 count. Yep.
Oh, well, then I'm in like Flint then.
You sure are.
Okay, so in terms of patterns, that's what I got.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just got
they're each like 30 by 42.
Okay, that just looks so small, but there's probably not much.
You also get to put on mill hill beads.
Oh,
I mean, look at them. That's a tiny little design.
Oh, I'm good at that, though.
I know you are.
Beading. But anyway.
You're good at that, though. Don't mind me, Pam. Sorry.
I picked up this fabric. It is a 32 count Lugana.
Oh boy.
And Keepsakes is, how long have you carried these, folks?
A little while.
For a little while. They've carried Grace Notes fabrics.
But this was out of a trunk show.
Oh, they sent a trunk show? Okay. So this,
I think so.
This was from the Grace Notes fabric line, and that's real true. And it's called Earl Grey, Grey. So I hemmed and hawed. And just...
Did you get the fat half?
No, I bought the full yard.
Oh, freaking pooper scoopers.
Because, you know...
Because YOLO!
YOLO, and I thought I like it enough.
Right. Sure.
That I'm just going to get the whole yard.
Why the hell not?
So, that's what I got in the annex. I got those patterns from Judy, and I got this yard of Grace Notes fabrics in the annex, and I felt really good that I had found some meaningful things.
I feel good about that too, Pam.
So.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Now you want to see what I got?
Yes.
Okay. If you have been with us for a while, then you know that this chart is the bane of my existence. I have started and restarted this chart probably 5 or 6 times on different fabrics because nothing I started on works. I love this photo, but this picture is blown out from the light of the camera, so it's not accurate. So it's hard to find fabric that looks like this. So I took a bunch of fabrics from my stash up to Houston Woods to talk to the Crockpot crew about, and they all said none of those work.
Oh, I didn't realize that happened.
Yeah.
They said none of them worked.
Yeah, Katie and Melissa were like, nope, nope, too dark, too light, too dark, too light, too light.
Oh, I knew that was going on, but I was at the other end of the table.
Between Katie and Melissa and Kia, they were like,
nope, nope, nope. Huh?
I brought probably 12 different pieces of fabric.
Oh, my heavens.
So that's fun. However, I was in the annex on Thursday night, and I saw this, and Melissa was in the annex at the same time, and I was like, Melissa.
Yeah.
What do you think about this for Frosty?
Right.
And she went, that could work.
Okay.
So I got a fat quarter of 40 count salt bush from Fox and Rabbit.
Okay. I think that will work.
It's light enough that the dark colors will show, and it's dark enough that the white of the snowman will show.
Right.
At least that's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
looking at it on camera, it looks just about perfect.
I mean,
so
the called for is like 35 count Old Town blend or something, and I can't find that anywhere.
Right.
So I swear, if this salt bush does not work, I am going to plead to see if anyone in the cross-stitch community has a piece of 35 count Old Town.
Okay.
Whatever.
But you're going to make sure that...
But I'm going to try salt bush first.
Okay.
That's going to be try number 1.
Okay.
Then I also got a piece of 36 count Shrekie's tan from Needle Bling Designs. Yep. I got a fat quarter of that.
Love that.
And then I also see the perks of working at Keepsakes is that I know what's happening. Or at least most of the time I do. And I wanted to get fabric for what I knew was the Saturday night piece.
Oh.
And so that I got 36 count freeze from Atomic Ranch. And
ready. Yeah, there's a lot of subtle pink in there.
Yeah, and green and blues.
It's
so
hard to translate on film.
It is, but it's
on video.
On film.
On film.
So I got that piece, anticipating me needing that for the Saturday night piece.
Right.
And then this was a new to me color. This is from Atomic Ranch as well. This is 36 count Prairie Land.
That's very pretty. I like that.
It's giving me gingerbread vibes.
Yeah, it's definitely more gingerbready in person than what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of green and yellow, and
it's more brown.
Not true.
Correct. Okay, and then I got 2 charts from Sweet Wing Studio, which we had a trunk show there, and this is called Make It Sweet.
Ice cream.
If you know anything about me, I love my ice cream. I have a bowl of ice cream every night before I go to bed. Life is short. Make it sweet. Love that so much. I'm very excited about that one. Yep. And then I love StitchAway for many, many reasons. One of those reasons at the top is because I get to spend time with my best friend Kia from Kia B. And it's just like a lot of concentrated time with just the 2 of us, and it's so lovely. And yes, I did finish Soul Sisters from Plum Street Samplers. Yes, I did do the Over One. And no, I'm not showing you today. You'll see that on Sunday. I know. I also have Kia's with me because I'm giving them to Lisa to frame. Mm-hmm. So you'll get to see both of them on Sunday. So get ready for that.
Yeah.
And then if either her or I are somewhere, whether we're together or not, if we see a chart that is friendship related and we want to add it to the long list of charts for us to stitch under the hashtag BFFSal, then we snatch it up. And this chart was in the trunk show from Sweet Wing Studio. It's called Faithful Friend, and it says, "Who finds a faithful friend finds a treasure."
Wow. I want to look at that when you're done.
Excuse me. So I bought 2 copies and gave one to Kia. Obviously.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Isn't it sweet?
Yeah.
And I had to just hope and pray that she didn't buy it, and she didn't. So
that's very sweet.
Yeah. So very excited about that. Okay, and then we also were super lucky to be able to have the new releases and the models of the new releases from Heart in Hand. And I got 2 of her new releases. This one is called Tweet Hearts.
That's super sweet.
I love it. My favorite part is the little Cupid on the gifts. I just think he's so cute. Do you see him?
Oh, yeah, but you really got to look.
I love him. He's my favorite.
Oh, you say him. Maybe it's a girl.
Well, you don't know that, do you, Pam?
No, I don't.
And then I also got the what's wrong?
It's so cute.
Can I have that, please, before you take it from me? Thank you. And then this is the 2023 Collector's Heart. And red's my favorite color, so obviously I had to get this. And this comes with the fabric. It also comes with the floss. However, the floss that came with it was a little too dark for me. I love the brightness of this. And the thread that came with it was just too dark for my liking. So I gave it to Kia because she likes it. So I am going to stitch it on 32 count because there's a button that goes with it. See right there? And so I want the button to fit.
Okay.
So, very exciting. So that is what I bought at the Annex.
And what I bought.
Okay. So. Oh, wait, hold on. We need to get the sound effect. Hold, please. Okay. Add to cart. Fantastical. Okay. So now, let's show you what we got on Saturday night. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this was the package that everyone received on Saturday night. And inside of this package was the large chart / large gift from JBW Designs.
Yeah.
So, that design is called Bluebirds of Happiness. This is the design.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It is. And the pattern reads, May the bluebird of happiness always reside within you. Wrought by JBW 2023. So, it's so beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you. It's so pretty. And it's very, like, dainty and feminine and sweet. And I love it so much. So, and this is where I'm going to really encourage you to go to Judy's FlossTube channel. Watch her video she posted today. Hear her talk all about it. She can give you a lot more information than I can in this moment, but this was her inspiration for the piece, and she includes a picture of that. She had this with her at StitchAway, which was really cool. And then obviously the charts, and then the thread list and all the things. And then not only do you get the chart for this, but inside there is a chart for a scissor fob, a needle keep, a pin cushion, a bunch of different smalls that pull out motifs from this piece. Yeah. So creative, so cute, so sweet. The model that Judy stitched hers on was stitched on a more neutral fabric. I'm sure you could probably tell that from this photo. It's a standard, like, neutral fabric. It's actually like an R&R or whatever. The fabric that Lenny stitched our model on was the Freeze from Atomic Ranch. So when we gave these kits out, every attendee got this booklet, and then they also received all of the threads on this thread card, and which is mostly Classic Colorworks, but some DMC as well. And then we got a sheet of Bluebird stickers and a coupon for our girl Lisa at L&M Framing for a special StitchAway price to frame it.
Right, because Lisa framed the model.
Yes, she did. Absolutely.
And it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is. Yeah. It is. So, the one thing that we did not include was fabric, because out of 150 attendees, there's 150 different preferences on linen.
Yeah.
Or Aida, or even weave, or yada yada.
And counts.
And counts, and all the things.
Right.
So we wanted it to, again, appeal to the masses. And if I got 16 count Aida, I wouldn't stitch it on that.
Yeah.
And so what we did ahead of time was Keepsakes purchased yardage of the Freeze, and then after the presentation on Saturday night, people were able to, like, place their orders, and then we cut it and they got it later in the night. Yeah. So it worked out very, very well. So that leads me into the next subject, which is that maybe you see Bluebird of Happiness and you were like, man, I really want to stitch that. So this is how you can stitch it. So the chart is exclusive only to Keepsakes, like only available through Keepsakes until September of this year. Keepsakes is selling copies of the chart. We did have copies of the leftover kits. At this time of recording, those are sold out. So there was a plan in place made, because today is kind of a big day from a Keepsakes perspective, because to purchase the charts or the fabric to stitch the chart on, there's only one place you can do that, and that is the Keepsakes online shop, which opened this morning. So we felt it right as a Keepsakes team for Judy to be the first person to announce that, which she did in her FlossTube this morning. And then this afternoon, mid-afternoon, Keepsakes made a social media post announcing the opening of the shop. And then I'm pulling up the rear and telling everyone about it on our channel. So I am, for all intents and purposes, the shipping department. So it's kind of my thing. So I'm so excited about this. I think it's just really fun to do something new, and like it's something that a lot of people have asked us about in the past. It's a lot easier to add it to your cart and check out than call and, you know,
make a trip in.
Yeah, or make a trip in. It may not be
easy for you.
Right. Give a credit card number over the phone, yada, 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 yada. So, very exciting. So, at this particular juncture, at the time I am recording this, which is 9 p.m. Thursday, January 19th, 2023. At this point in time, what is up on the Keepsakes online shop for you to purchase? The chart only and the fabric to stitch it on. And we do have neutral options and the freeze as well. So, you can go purchase it right now. You can pause the video and go
what's the
click the link
website.
So it is on the Keepsakes website, which is yourkeepsakes.com/shop.
There you go.
Or if you just go to yourkeepsakes.com, there's a shop button at the top. And you click on that, and there you go. So very, very, very exciting. There are a couple things I wanted to share in regards to the online shop. Number one, this is the first time that we've ever done anything like this. So please bear that in mind. Remember that we are a staff of a grand total of 7. And so we're not
all part-timers.
Yeah, we're not a big box store.
Right.
So, we're excited. We think we've got our ducks in a row. So, I feel confident in that. And, you know, ever since COVID, our shipping has just been more and more and more and more and more, which I love. It's awesome to see where all of your packages go. But we've never done an online thing before. So, just bear with us in learning this system. And bear with me as I learn the system. Thank you. But I'm pretty good at picking up technology. So I feel confident, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Mm-hmm. And then number 2, for all of our incredible, amazing international customers, if you want to purchase the chart or if you want to purchase this, please send us an email. We do not have an international shipping option set up on the website yet.
Right.
So if you want to order it, we can do that. We can make it happen for you. It's just going to be like the way that we do orders otherwise.
Yeah.
Number 3, we have no intention at this time of putting the entire shop up on the website.
Right.
So what is going to be in the Keepsakes shop moving forward are going to be things that are exclusive only to Keepsakes. Mm-hmm. 7 people is not enough to run both a in-shop operation and a full online shop operation. It's just not going to happen. So that means that there are very, very, very exciting things coming down the pike for Keepsakes this year especially. So this is Keepsakes' 25th year in business. And so we want to make sure that we celebrate that. Right. And share the celebrations with you all.
Right.
And then the last thing I wanted to say to you is that if you place an order, but you want to add other things to your order. So like you want a copy of, you need some extra threads, or you want a different piece of fabric, or something that is not available to purchase online, then please send us an email with that order. Because when you place your order online, that pays for your shipping and everything. So it's just kind of hard to it's not hard, we can make it happen, but if you want to order more than what you see on the website, just either call us or email us.
Yeah. For now.
This
is the first day.
Yeah.
First day.
So, right before we sat down, I have a lot of shipping to do tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So I text Barbara right before we sat down to record, and I was like, we're about to make a video. Just want to give you a heads up. So,
because we know that our reach is wide.
Yeah. So, and we're just looking forward to seeing how this goes and seeing what is next. So that's very exciting.
Be patient.
Yes.
And know that they are embarking on something that is very new.
Yes, and we just really, really, really want to do a good job. Yeah. So,
yeah,
and I really, 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 really want to do a good job. So, we know that what the standard, what the bar is for online shops, and we have no intention of falling beneath that bar.
Yeah.
So that is that.
Okay. We also wanted to talk about a little bit
about next year.
About next year's StitchAway.
Yes.
And I don't have in my head or written down anything about dates, but just to give you an idea, Barbara announced Saturday night at StitchAway that she has signed a contract to book the entire facility for a full week in 2024.
Yep.
And so that's very exciting. And I just wanted to throw that out there. If you are looking for a longish retreat experience, a vacation in Ohio in the middle of January, this might be something that would interest you.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned before, the last few years we've gone up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because there's no program.
Yeah.
There's no schedule. You can basically get settled in your room. You could stay in your room.
Yeah.
You could take a nature walk.
You could swim in the pool.
Swim in the pool. You can
eat in a restaurant.
You know, get all your stuff spread out on your table. It's like no pressure.
Yes.
No anxiety.
No
nothing.
Expectation.
And I think that in that week prior to Martin Luther King Day in 2024, folks will be able to register for however length of that time they are interested in. If you want to basically have a vacation in Ohio in the middle of January and stitch for 7 days, you're going to be able to do that.
You will.
If you want to keep with your standard, go up on Wednesday for a couple days before things get organized, you can do that. If you can't get away but after work on Friday and stay one night, you can do that. So there's a lot of flexibility built into that.
Absolutely.
So just a heads up, it's a lovely, lovely retreat. We had a woman from California at our table. It was her first retreat experience. She brought her husband. They had a ball.
I love it.
There was another gal from Indiana who has been to StitchCon at least once or twice. And this was her first StitchAway. I told her ahead of time, I said, it is so chill. You are going to love it.
Yep.
I visited with her at her table. She was having a ball.
Yes.
So everybody comes to retreats with a different reference point,
Absolutely.
A different set of circumstances. Distances varied from down the road to across the country. And it's
awesome.
It is quite awesome. And it's, of course, very convenient for us.
Quite.
45 minutes to an hour from our home here. And starts the year off great.
It does. It does.
All right. So
Yay.
I think that's going to do it.
Yes.
We're going to be back in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Hopefully this cough will be over with.
Let's hope.
I do feel better than I did yesterday, so we're on the mend, folks.
I'm taking care of her, guys. Don't worry.
And
don't worry, she'll be fine.
So we will show you all the stitching we've been doing, including at the retreat and at home here.
Yep.
And as you can see, we've changed out our wall.
It's winter time, y'all.
Got the Christmas stuff up and the Christmas stuff down and the winter stuff up.
Yep.
So that's gonna pretty much do it. We still haven't eaten yet, so we're getting
we might do that.
We're getting a little hungry. And we'll see you on our regular schedule on Sunday.
Yep.
Keep in mind the Twin Peak pattern of the week.
Yes.
Get a head start on that, and that'll continue all of next week as well.
Absolutely.
So hope you're doing well. And
I love you so much.
We will see you in a couple of days.
Yes, ma'am.
In the meantime, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching. Bye!